Hold it now. Y'all see what time it is, man. Y'all know who we be, man. That's my guy, Emmanuel Glade, one half of the dopest sports talk show on air. It's the Crush, baby, on a Thursday.
On
And we
Thursday,
on
baby.
time. On
We on
time.
we on time. That's how we do it, man. That's how we dang do it, bro. You know what
What's
I'm
up, my
saying?
boy?
What's happening, man? What's happening? Ain't nothing going on this week. It's been a slow week, right?
The hell you say?
Yeah. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on,
Be
man.
like, was there some news out there today?
Wait a little bit. Hold on, man. Let me retweet this for the people. Let me retweet it for my peoples over here.
Yeah,
You
go
dig
ahead,
where?
give it to him, give it to him.
Yeah, but yeah, ain't nothing going on, man. Ain't nothing really going on, dog. That's a lie. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
that's a whole lie.
Yeah, man. But going great, man. I know it's been crazy. We've had some crazy things going, but we will be doing these more in 2023. Get ready. We got some stuff coming for
We
y'all.
got all kind of stuff coming down the pike for the good people. We got a lot
So
of
be
stuff for the good people.
so be ready, man. But what a week, bro. What a week, man.
Hey, it's man, it's one of these things where I always say this about sports. Sports is the greatest reality show ever.
Ever. Ever.
Just when you think that okay, then boom, you get a story. And then you like, ain't nothing gonna be able to top that. Then boom, you get another story. So, dude,
Yep.
it's crazy. Of course, the top story has to be Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Uh, Everybody has dissected this thing 8 ways to Sunday, but you and I have a unique perspective because we was with him last year,
Mm-hmm.
Celebration Bowl. Of course, this will be his last Celebration Bowl. My first question for you, Emmanuel Glaze, and you and I have talked about this, but the people want to hear from you. I had so much time on Saturday that I was beating up everybody. Your thoughts when the news finally broke that Dion was heading to Colorado?
Two things. One, not surprised he was leaving because we've said that before. Two, but my second thing was Colorado. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Dad, we're gonna get to Brittany Griner. I got things about that, but we get a lot of questions about Dion. So, and I had a chance this week to talk to on the Ryan Cameron show about Dion. Um, Let me make this announcement, Maceo. I want to put it out there now to everybody out there. You can support Dion. You don't have to destroy Jackson State in doing that.
Mm,
I am so
mm.
tired that we are now everybody trying to justify his leaving
Right.
by saying that he was treated badly as the head coach. He was, let me teach y'all a little something about Dion's path. Dion is not a graduate of Florida State University. He's a graduate of Talladega College at HBCU in
Right.
Alabama.
Right.
Dion's first college job was at Jackson State University, which
Right.
was an HBCU. These afforded him the opportunities to coach at Colorado. So you don't have to destroy the HBCU culture to support Dion. I
Mm.
just want to get that out there. Please quit putting up all these. They don't do this. They were going to take money for him. He was supposed to get half the ticket prices, or he was supposed to get the gate. You stop all that.
Right.
You support Dion. Support Dion. Yes, there are people that are not happy that he left.
Right.
When you heard the first speeches where God led me to help HBCUs do this and God helped me to do this, he did. He was 27-5. He recruited. Dion had 3 check boxes that he had to do to show that he can coach at the highest level. One, I can bring a staff together and bring a team together at a college level. He did that. I could win at the college level. 27-5, 2 SWAC championships. He did it. And the third thing, I can recruit the best athletes out there in high school.
Right.
Check, check, check.
Right.
He did that, and now, as most things happen in your job and every job, he gets a bigger promotion per se, and it's not a promotion from athletes and all that. He just get a job, 5 year, 30 million, ain't nothing to sneeze at. God dang.
At all.
He
at
threw
all.
a number out there, and they said okay. To the
Yeah,
point where Colorado say we don't even have the money,
yeah,
but we gonna, which is the dopest line I've ever heard in college history. We gonna get it. I ain't heard nobody say that. We don't have it, but we gonna get it. So I just say, I get it, everybody. Deion's a hero to a lot of people. He did leave, do some great things, but you don't have to destroy the HBC or Jackson State. Jackson State
right,
was more than cordial to this guy. The athletic director put out a letter saying, "Thank you, Deion. We appreciate you." The fans, the alumni were always there supporting them. You don't have to destroy them
right,
to support
right,
them. That's what
right.
I start with, man.
So we're in this climate where, and it's amazing how people don't fact check. People don't. If you put, people will believe more if you put something on a meme
Mm-hmm.
and retweet that or repost it versus actually sitting down and do your research, finding out what was what. So every college coach, unless you're at your dream job, every college coach is always looking for the next gig.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
talked about this earlier, and we always talk about this during Recruiting 101. You're either picking the school or you picking the coach.
Mm-hmm.
9.5 times out of 10, if you're picking the coach, you're gonna always be disappointed because coaches are always looking for the next thing. Name a coach. They did not start at their dream job. Well, maybe Dabo, but he kind of was thrust into that
Right.
because of the circumstances. But most coaches, whether it be Urban Meyer, whether it be Nick Saban, look at all the programs these guys had to coach it before they got to the bigger schools. That's just part of it. And Deion is no different than any other coach. He's a coach. He is a coach. And so when I saw the stuff like, well, he sold the kids a dream. What college coach don't sell kids a dream? That's their job.
Yeah.
And again, why do people get mad when somebody does something that they hadn't walked a mile in these people's shoes. They don't know all of the behind the scenes things that went on for this man to get this job or to put himself in this position. And it's just always crazy. You and I laughed about this when we were kind of crafting this. We know people who leave a job for $2 more. We
I said
know
50
people
cents.
who 50 cents. We know people, again, I always use Amazon. People always holler, man, Amazon still giving out that bonus.
Yeah.
Because they gonna go take that job. We're always like,
And I
I
think
I
what
just
I didn't,
believe, Glaze, people don't understand what this man basically almost worked for free for his duration at Jackson State. Are you going to your job working free? I doubt it.
and
I
I
doubt it.
think what I tell everybody when we first started to hurt Deion hire, don't buy into it to the point where we feel like we have to hold on to him. He's not ours. He's not
Yeah.
there for you to. He's not Eddie Robinson. Eddie Robinson is one of a few. It's not a Coach Pugh who spent 30, 40 years. That wasn't Deion. That was never his goal.
It
He
was
was
never
not.
going to be that. It was never going to be that.
Matter of fact, there's in college football, there's probably what 3 jobs maybe that people won't leave from.
Yeah.
Georgia, Alabama, Ohio. Well, can't say Ohio State. I
Yeah.
mean, because
Because a couple of guys done been gone. But the thing that Deion said when they released the video, he talked to the team. In this business, very rare do you get to walk away on your own terms. I was told this when I started coaching. You get hired to get fired. Point blank, period. At some point, your message is gonna get stale. People not gonna buy in, and that's why you see a lot of these coaches. They like, man, you know what? I've been here long enough. Time for me to go because my message. I mean, how many times can I say this many ways before it fall on deaf ears?
yeah. And look, like I said, I want Jackson State to do this. All the Jackson State alums, all the SWAC, take what he did and let's figure out what he did. Let's figure out the blueprint.
And
Let's
build
figure
from
out what made it. And it won't be at his level. Deion
right.
comes in. He came in with 10 businesses on his, taken care of.
Yeah.
So let's not do that. And for us people who say we HBCUs, okay, let's do more. I said to myself that I will make a pledge to Morris Brown College myself for the next 5 years. I want to do a $5,000, not a year, for over 5 years. I start with that. That's $83 a month. If we can do that from 100 people and start giving $1,000 a year to our HBCUs, we
Right.
won't even touch the Georgia Tech. Me and Make Sure have been when they talked about their alumni, what they give at Georgia Tech.
Hey, homecoming, the top 5 donating classes are on the field, and they'll be like, class of 78 donated $3.4 million. Class of 2000 donated $7 million.
Yeah.
And the winner is class of 87 that donated $7.5 million. Like, they do this every year.
And Georgia Tech don't play for crap these days over there. They don't play, but they give, and that's where I'm saying on both sides,
right?
We can't say let Deion go,
yeah.
But you don't have to destroy the HBCUs, and
right.
the HBCUs we don't have to destroy Deion.
It
happened. Quick, it was a great time.
Real quick, Victor brought up a good point. Say we look at our people like family, and when we elevate, they get abandonment syndrome.
Absolutely.
Victor, excellent point. And that's what I kind of was saying from an Atlanta perspective, Glade. People are so emotionally tied to Deion.
Too tied to me.
They never look at it from the business perspective.
Never. Look, man, he left us to Atlanta. He went to damn San Francisco. I ain't forgot. He didn't. It wasn't a good situation for him down here. Peace out. We didn't want him 2 Super Bowls with San Francisco and Dallas. He left us Atlanta. Well, he beat us. He was fighting Andre Rison in the middle of the field, saying this is his house. Y'all remember that?
This is my house.
Deion's going to take care of his, but I do have a problem with one thing though. I don't understand this Shador and Shiloh and how Shador. Because Deion wasn't at the press conference today. He said he's coaching the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
Shador is supposed to be the quarterback. At today's Celebration Bowl, he this is not nothing new. Last year, he wasn't at the Celebration Bowl press conference either.
Right.
But Shador's still coaching. He's still a member of the Jackson State team. And I want to bring you, this will be my point, Make Sure. I want to ask this question to you. How are these kids going to play? Because Shador is already, and here's something that showed he's already had a Colorado hat on.
Yeah.
He's already been deemed as his dad. That's your coach, your quarterback.
That's your quarterback right there. Yeah.
We still got a game that we haven't won as a Jackson State family.
Yeah.
We haven't won the Celebration Bowl.
Right.
We've never won it.
Right.
We won the SWAC twice.
Right.
When we're all those other ones, Travis has already hit the portal. Everybody's dipping. That's still a game to be played next Saturday. And this will be huge for not only Deion to win this, for the Jackson State family, the SWAC, who hasn't won many of these things.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about all that's going on? And what do you think is going to be the mindset of these kids when they step on that field?
Real quick, Corey, he doesn't have to declare for the portal. He has to January 15th to get in the portal. So the portal is just open. All these kids have 45 days to enter the portal.
45 days. That's a good point. So, 5th through the 15th.
Yeah. So he's not in the portal yet. You know how I feel about when coaches move on. Mm-hmm. Me personally, if I was Jackson State and if I was, the AD, the brash that be, I would tell Deion, hey, listen, thanks for your service. We love everything you did for us. We got it from here.
We got to go. I'm sorry.
Simply because, and listen, you saw the faces, if you watched the video, you saw the faces of the kids when he made the announcement and the kids had questions for him. And of course, we didn't get all of it, but it's some kids who are sitting there, especially when they watch his Colorado press conference and he's like, I'm bringing 10 dogs with me. So
what's up, boy?
These kids are sitting here like, am I one of them 10 dogs? I'm not going. And he said he's gonna meet with each kid individually. Glaze, I will be shocked and appalled if Jackson State plays well. I will be totally shocked. I will be shocked because that confidence, everything that he's instilled in them, and he was with them every day for these 2.5 years, it's gone. He gone.
And you know that whole week, the conversation will not be on Jackson State.
No.
It will be on Deion in Colorado,
right.
And what he's doing in the transfer portal,
right.
all the coaches he's hiring. Is Shedeur gonna play hard because he don't want to get hurt because
he don't want to get hurt?
Colorado?
Right.
Is Shiloh going? Where's Travis Hunter? He ain't. I mean, this is so. I get it. I thought Jackson State should have cut ties. I would have said.
Dude, usually in these cases, when a coach move on, they like, hey, the interim is going to coach this game. And we're gonna move forward because here's the thing, and this what we know, because I mean we were there last year. It's gonna be a circus.
Oh my God!
But the circus is gonna be amplified a little bit more because this is the last time a lot of these guys and media, everything are gonna see Deion because he's getting ready to head out west.
He's going to Colorado, and we don't get no access to
him. And that's why. Like again, it's funny. I won I won a couple of coins on well, Erica Dan was the DC. He not the head coach. He was defensive coordinator. So that don't really, he wasn't the head coach. And plus, really, Kirby really the defensive coordinator. But that's neither here nor there. But everybody, like, it's gonna be no question about the Celebration Bowl. It's gonna be no question about everything. Is gonna be Colorado. And I'm like, why even put our school? Why even put everybody through that? Go ahead and go to Colorado. Keep recruiting. Do everything you need to do because we have to start now picking up the pieces and getting ourselves ready for life after Deion.
We have to move on. We can't hold on to it because it's going to be unfair to those students of Jackson State who have to play there next year to go, if they go 0-2 in the Celebration Bowl, to not win the Black College Championship. Right. And then you get to look at Deion flying on the private jet, flying into the new stadium, talking about how great everything is. It's just, I just don't think it's if there's another quarterback, Shedeur is not going to give you. I can't play hard if I'm Shedeur. Because if he remembers the Celebration Bowl, South Carolina State, and excuse my language, tore that ass up last year. They wore his ass out on that field last year. Your boy Kobe then was picking him off and doing all kind of stuff on his ass.
They were very disrespectful to Deion. I mean, to do it and all of yeah.
You better believe North Carolina Central, like, oh, you too good to play against us? All right, we're gonna blitz area to play. We coming next you. We saw what South Carolina State did. We're gonna show you what this MEAC is about, bro. Right. They gonna come at him. Shiloh, he gonna get that extra clip block out there by them big linemen when they roll out there. They gonna blindside him 1 or 2. They gonna get all of them. Travis Hunter better be in street clothes because we gonna come at him.
So hold on real quick. Billy say, shout out to Billy Whitley, our guy. JSU hands not clean. They have to let Prime do exactly what Prime wants to do. They have to. I don't think so.
Billy, I just said this. You do not have to destroy Jackson State to support Deion. You don't. So don't get into the whole, we have to show how dirty Jackson State is to support. If you support Deion, support Deion. Deion's fine. He's got a 5-year, $30 million contract waiting on him. He's got, you saw I know everybody watched the video. He's got the greatest facilities ever. According to him.
And side note, child, his school got way better facilities than that, but they nice. It's nice.
Oh yeah, by the way, Colorado, don't get used to him being there if you win. Don't put that out there.
It's another stepping stone.
Colorado, you are a Pac-12 school in the West, in cold. Deion's a warm weather brother. I'm just saying, if y'all win the Pac-12, don't get used to it. Start looking at his assistant coaches to take over that job. I'm just saying. Because Deion got bigger fish to fry. It's a school down there in Florida that he's looking at. It's another school in Florida he's looking at.
It's some more pressure. It's some more pressure on that dude. That dude probably like, Jesus Christ, I got to win all the time now.
What's his name now? The head coach of Florida State?
Norvell, yeah.
Norvell probably like, boy, I got 2 years. If I don't get this thing straight, I'm done. But yeah, man, so I get y'all wanting to dog and I want to bring out all the dirty laundry. Trust me, we went to a school where there was a lot of dirty laundry. Matter of fact, it took us 20 years to get that laundry clean. But there's a lot of love for our school. And there's a lot of Jackson State alums that love their school that's going to do what they can to do it. So if you're going to dog Jackson State to make Deion look good, you don't have to. Deion's fine.
So yeah, that's the thing with Billy. Me and Billy, we're gonna have that conversation. Whenever you're ready to talk, Billy, because Billy say he don't really support Prime. I just can't not support him. It's real complicated. Billy conflicted. And like I say, I told Billy, once Billy ready to talk, Billy been trying to process this thing.
Look, Billy, I'm a Prime. Look, make sure I talked to Prime. He tweeted me, he retweeted one of my tweets because I talked about it. But I really support HBCUs, man. I really support Jackson State. And you say you got 1 year? Jerry said you got 1 year. My man down there at Florida State like this, makes sense.
Norvell around the thing. Norvell like, hey man, I need a top 5 recruiting class. Because hey, boosters. I need all the NIL money that y'all can give me. I need all of it. All of it.
And I want to keep this same energy before we go to Brittany. I want to talk about one thing, and I don't understand it. Educate me, brother. You do the recruiting show. This transfer portal, man. What? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I know it's like free agency, but now when Deion announced, it became, and everybody don't get a chance to go to these schools that they want to go to, Maceo. So you're really taking a chance on not getting picked up by Colorado or wherever you want to go. So talk to us about the movement of the portal, the transfer portal. After all this, it's already busy every year, but you put up a number that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How many kids you say hit the transfer portal?
So at the end of that first day when the portal opened, the number ended up being like 800 kids that first day. But we're up to almost 1,500 on top of the maybe 3,000 to 4,000 kids that are already in the portal. So what's crazy about the transfer portal is this. Yes, it's free agency. I mean, it is what it is. It's free agency. Kids are being able to, okay, this not a good fit for me. Let me go here. But I think the thing that a lot of people are missing about this portal, you got to already have relationships, or your resume has to be so nice. So like quarterbacks, it's easy for quarterbacks pretty much because what college is not looking for an experienced signal caller.
Right.
You look at like a DJ Uyule. He's already got recruiting visits set up. Pretty much schools have already offered him. Cade McNamara, who was at Michigan, who just lost the job at Michigan, he's already out.
He'll be fine.
He's already signed. So a lot of these signal call, like, okay, so JT Daniels and the other kid that was at USC, they were both Keenan Slovis. Both of them are in the portal again. This will be Slovis' 4th school. This will be JT Daniels' 3rd school. But again, it's going to be a college out there, and it's going to be a coach that's going to say, dude, I need an experienced signal caller. The kid, the 5th-year senior at NC State, Leary is in the portal. Leary is going to be so hot because he has so much college experience. Like, now you can plug him into almost any system in America.
Right.
And you and then
so this is why I asked this. With the transfer portal like it is, how fast can Deion build that Colorado program?
Dude, I'm gonna just say this. USC was 4-8 last year. 4-8.
Right. Good point.
They give $10 million and they buy him a house. They sold his house. They bought him a house. They bring in Hollywood. Yep. He brings in Caleb Williams. They bring in Jordan Addison, and they one loss away from being in the college football playoffs.
11-2 in 1 year. 4-8 to 11.
In 1 year, Lincoln Riley has that program on the right path. Yeah, that might right. I know it's third, fourth for it flip flop. So yes, it's third for Slovis and the fourth for JT Daniels, something like that. But dude, because when you like Dion or like I say USC, when you have that kind of personality, kids are gonna be lined up like Dion gonna have to probably turn some kids down because he's gonna probably be like,
oh yeah, it's gonna be
he's gonna have the pick of the litter.
He's gonna be like, I don't. It's gonna be a rough one because Colorado's kids gonna have to hit the portal. That ain't really.
Oh yeah.
They go because I look at it like this. What else helps Colorado is next year, not this year, but the year after. Bye USC.
Yeah.
Bye UCLA.
Gone.
Now they are one of the top teams in the Pac-12 if everything goes right.
Right.
So now he's gonna go from taking a 1-11. He wins 6. If he gets them to a bowl game his first year, that is beautiful.
Dude.
Colorado, like, what?
5 wins is gonna be a success in Colorado next year. Now, don't let him win 6 go to a bowl game.
If he goes to a bowl game next year, Lord, you talking about they'll find that 30 million, they might find another 20.
Well, they're already found. So this the crazy part too, Glaze. So the top 6 or 7 donors in the Colorado program haven't given the money in over 20 years.
Wow.
The minute Dion was hired, they all on board and they said, what you need? What do you need? But this is the big business of college football.
It's a business, dog. It's a business.
And what make me laugh all the time is like people have this on the outside looking in, but so many people think college football is just this pure thing.
No, bro.
College football been dirty from the word go.
It's cutthroat. It's nasty.
It's grimy.
It's coaches are grimy against each other.
Yeah.
And I say this, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when Dion start poaching them 5- and 4-star talents, you can't be pulling them down to HBCU. That's our talent. We can't be doing that. That's our kids.
Yeah.
And what did the Florida State people do when Travis decided to go to Jackson State?
Crazy.
They cussed out Dion. They were burning his jersey. They were dogging.
He's a traitor. How dare him do that?
That's our
How
talent.
dare he do that to his alma mater? Man, that man got to win now.
He's trying to win. So it's going to be. I ended with this, and we'll move on, Mace. All I got to say is Jackson State, SWAC, HBCUs. Let's thank Dion for what he did. Right. Eddie George is trying to do the same thing.
Right.
Hugh Jackson is trying to do the same thing. Right. They're trying to do it at Grambling and Tennessee State. You better believe in the famous words of my guy. All I can think about when I heard about Dion. Remember next Friday when my boy Elroy said that he said he would never leave the ghetto, but as soon as he won that lottery, he was gone. That's what I was gone. That's all I can think about when I saw that. He said he'll never leave the HBCU, but as soon as that hit that big school, he was out. And that's what's going to happen. So let's not, Dion, applaud you, do what you got to do. I wouldn't have let him coach the Celebration Bowl because I'm trying to win it for Jackson State.
Right.
They may win it. And I could be sitting here next after the week after we cover it and be like, we were wrong, Mace. Yeah. They won it. They still had that fire. But it's going to be tough. Dion is a great motivator, but to motivate these kids to not want to do something like that.
Yeah. Jared said it wasn't going to be long, Glaze. That was the day. He talked about when he got Travis Hunter, the decision was made to get him out of the HBCU realm.
You mess with the wrong talent.
Right.
Travis was the number one receiver athlete.
He's the number one player in the country. Period.
Number one player in the country went to Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. We don't play that.
my thing, Glaze, is the blueprint is laid out.
Yeah.
We always talk about leave it better than you found it.
Yeah.
The 2-year run that Jackson State had with Dion is unfreaking believable. Yeah. You got practice field, you got new weight room, you got new training room, you got new locker room,
all kind of jerseys.
You got 4-5 uniforms, you got 4-5 helmets. Yeah. So keep that momentum going. And what I ask of Jackson State, the same energy you had the 2 years with Prime, keep the stadium packed.
Oh, y'all keep coming, keep showing
Keep coming.
up.
Don't all of a sudden next year go from y'all been averaging 45, 50,000 in attendance to 19, 12, 10. Now let's not do that, because if that happens, then that shows that you were just on the prime wave. You wasn't in it for your school. And everybody who not affiliated with Jackson State, who bought all the I Believe shirts, that Jay had, all of the stuff off Barstool, continue to buy that stuff. Don't all of a sudden now, do not let me see all y'all start walking around here. Colorado, get on now.
Ain't nobody I know in Colorado.
Ain't nobody in Colorado since Darian Hagan and Cordell Stewart, though.
The only person in Atlanta that should have Colorado stuff is Cordell Stewart. He's still staying in Atlanta. I think he's still in Atlanta. He's the only Colorado
He's still here. He's still here.
That's the only one I know. So if I start seeing all these buffaloes, I'm like, when did this? Unless you're going to Ted's Montana Grill to eat some buffalo burger, I don't want to see a whole bunch of Colorado stuff. Y'all can kill me with that. No, all of a sudden we believe in Colorado. Man, we don't even. It's cold out there. It's cold out there. Anything else before I go to the next topic, man?
Nah, man, let's go. Let's ride.
So today, big news did come out.
Woo!
Brittany Griner was released.
Yeah.
There was an exchange being done between a Russian arms dealer.
Yeah.
He was traded for Brittany Griner. So Brittany is on her way home. If not, she's not already home. And there's two things I want to do. We all know about Brittany, but Mr. Parsons, they're calling him MAGA Parsons now. Did you see your boy myself? This is the first time I just wish he wouldn't have. All I heard was Herm Edwards say, "Don't press in. Don't press in. Don't press in." But Brittany is home. Everybody's happy. Some people are not happy. Your thoughts on this whole exchange? And finally, after 294 days, Brittany Griner coming home.
So I guess it had to happen, just because of the enormous pressure that was kind of the movement never really went away.
No, it stayed strong.
Wavered a little bit, but shout out to her wife, who was just constantly putting that, keeping it fresh on everybody's mind, contacting President Biden and Vice President Harris. I mean, she was on an entire crusade. Shout out to college basketball, the NBA guys who constantly kept that free BG, and not the rapper, not the Cash Money rapper, but again, we're talking about Brittany Griner.
He may be out. They say there might be a lot of BGs getting out of prison. So
yeah, but that video they put out there, that's not BG, y'all.
No, that's not that BG.
That's not BG. That's not BG. So, but it was just something. We always talk about. I saw Marlon said political free agency. Listen, this is how that stuff works. You know what I'm saying? That is it's arms race. It's this. It's that. Pop say Putin getting beat. He had no choice. It was just something that I'm just proud that nobody really let up in their support of Brittany and make sure she got home. So I think that was huge. And listen, a lot of people, and you know this, Glaze, because we cover the WNBA, and a lot of people are like, it was, man, I mean, she shouldn't have did it. But again, she's a big enough name. She's a big enough piece in this thing to where, hey, her name ring a few bells. And when you got the type of people who are positions of power, who continue to have to, hey, what's up, Brittany? Or some, hey, what we gonna do with Brittany Griner? What we waiting on? Stuff like that, it keeps the wheel turning out. There, if she was just, if she was one of us, you know what I'm saying? We'll be doing all that time.
We're gonna do all 9.5.
We're gonna do all of it. But I'm glad this finally got done. And again, hey, everybody gonna always have something to say about everything. I've seen posts of people like, well, they don't know who they let out. Well, maybe they do know who they let out. But again, tick for tack is there. I mean, hey, You know, once you have that power influence, if you don't think it's a good move, then you don't do it. But you don't have that kind of power. So I'm glad BG home.
BG's home. We've covered NBA, WNBA for 6 years. That's one of our first ones we ever covered. And Brittany has always been kind. She's always been a good person to us in interviews. We've covered
Yeah.
Phoenix for
Yeah.
years when they couldn't play the Dream, so we know about BG. I do think I think a lot of people, it wasn't an easy decision. This
No.
wasn't that
Oh
stuff
no,
decided.
not at all.
It wasn't like they just said, we're going to give you old Victor over here for Brittany. And it took months of deciding if that was the
Right,
right
right.
move.
There's a
So there
lot,
was a lot
like
of things, but
a lot of stuff we're gonna never know, Glaze.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind it. And then you're right. They are in the middle of a war. So there may have been some, hey, America, hey, quit sending them some things. We don't know what happened. Brittany's going to come home. I just hope that she never smokes again or put something in her luggage again.
Dude.
But it
She should
also
never want to vape.
But it also brings up the fact that of our women having to play overseas to be able
Right,
to get
right.
that money.
The bigger issue.
Yeah, that becomes behind us. The same way we supported her getting out of jail, I would love for us to support the game as they come over here. So maybe
Right.
we cannot have to, they don't have to spend their off season in Russia or Germany or Turkey, which is cool if they want to.
And Emmanuel Gaines, real quick, Emmanuel Gaines, would you talk to the crazy people one more time? Why do our girls have to go over there and play in these other countries? Could you please enlighten the people one more time?
The maximum salary for the WNBA is $250 and may have increased a little bit. So if you play 4 months of basketball at a professional level in the United States, it's $250. In the overseas, the higher paid talent, especially in the Russian leagues pre-war, were making over $1 million a year to play overseas. So these ladies have to make the decision that we can only make a certain limit, even though the American basketball everybody wants to play because it's cool and it's got the notoriety and everybody wants to play in their country. The money is overseas. It's just the way it is. So if you see these ladies driving nice cars, it's $250 a year, ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Nah.
But you have to supplement that income with something else.
Right.
And a lot of these young ladies say, I love the game of basketball. These ladies love the game of basketball. It'll force them to do a lot of things. So they're going to play with the team that gives them the best option to not only win, but to also make some money. They want to make money off the game they love. Right. And so if they get that chance, they're going to take it. We don't offer that because we don't have the gate tickets. We don't have the big advertising dollars. There's some, what's her name? Not Becky Hammond. The young lady, Kelsey Plum, said that they don't get the same deals that they get, the WNBA get with their players. And it's not like it's not money-wise. They're just talking about like 50-50 split of what they bring in. So it's not the same between the players. So we have to, I just want, to all them young ladies, please be careful when y'all play overseas. There's too many shysters. There's too much going on in the world that'll do that for. I'm happy to see BG. I know Baylor, shout out to Coach Nikki Collins. They did a great thing. They're happy that she's coming home. The WNBA women, who also did a great job during the whole Warnock back in 2020.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Who did a great job with it. They have brought that same energy to support BG. And now, this could be, and I hope BG takes this and brings some light to what happened and keep them going. Right, Erica? And ladies keep playing year round because the men play 10 months a year.
Right.
I think they start in October and can go to June. Women play 4 months.
Yeah.
They got 8 more months to do nothing. They got to keep playing. And they want to keep playing because they still got to do their thing. So I'm glad to see she's home. I do know some people like Michael Parsons. You got to be careful. Twitter is quick. You can try to delete. You can apologize, but your first thought could be that wrong thought. So be careful when you post that stuff.
Man, look at it. Just if it don't even make sense to you, and if you look at your phone, you be like, "Oh, there's gonna be some blowback." No, just go on and
don't press that. Don't press it.
Just hit that back button and erase all the characters.
I tell everybody, type it, get it out your chest, and then delete it. Say, I'm not pressing send. Delete. Hit that X button. Hit that backspace. Don't press send.
Or just go to your notes, type it in your notes, or
Good
just
point.
go in the bathroom and just say it. Say it in the bathroom, and then you know what? Don't nobody know.
Delete it out. Like, I'm good. I got it off my chest without nobody knowing I got it off my chest. Get it out your chest. Write it on paper and put it in the shredder. Do what you got to do, but don't post in. Don't press send.
Yeah.
What you got next, Mace?
So it's official. During the Falcons have a bye week. They've decided to, Corey, get a burner account, type it there. You like KD.
KD up in here.
Can't remember all your burners.
Just got burners going.
It's official in Atlanta. The Desmond Ritter era is upon us. The bye week is here. They're giving a chance, give him a week to get the playbook and everything down. But now Desmond Ritter is officially QB1 in Atlanta. Your thoughts?
I'm look. Atlanta won more games than we thought they were gonna win this year. They done won 4 games, right? They're only 2 games out. And
Yeah,
it's consensus. People don't like Mariota at quarterback. Lord, between the play calling of calling pass plays when you're running the ball successfully multiple times a game to throwing when he throwing. Everybody say he threw 80%. Well, he's 17 for 19 for 120 yards. He ain't throwing it deep. He's throwing check downs all the way around. You have to see what you got, Maceo, before you go into this draft.
right.
If Ritter if he's okay, I mean, even if the Falcons, I'm telling you, I went through all the Atlanta teams. If the Falcons even win out and get in the playoffs, it'll be a miracle for them to go far in the playoffs. So you need to know now, is this guy going to be a good contributor for us? We got him. He's a nice size. We've seen him. He's been behind Mariota a long time. He's seen it. You've seen him enough in practice. And I know you wanted to keep with the Mariota because that was your guy. But, yeah, you need to figure it out before y'all waste the draft pick on a quarterback when you may have the quarterback right there. Had to be done. I'm glad they did it. I actually understand the whole – we still got, 6 games left?
Yeah.
So if he comes in and he gives you a little spark, he can take a little pressure off the running game to make you get some things. Yeah. You lost Pitts this year, so you don't have Mariota's number 1 check down guy or number 3 or whatever he is. Yeah. But give the kid a chance. And if he doesn't do well, or if you can, sometimes you don't have to be great in a position, but you just want to see a spark in him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it really gives you a spark, I want to see what he do. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm excited. This is the time to see what we got. You got this nice 6'5" guy, or what, 6'6", 6'5", or 6'4",
6'5", 6'4", something like that. Yeah,
they 6'4" guy. Let's see what you got. Might as well. Your defense gonna play what it do. The running game gonna do what it do. You ain't no. I've rarely seen anybody put Mariota on their shoulder saying, "This is our guy." He's not your guy. He's not the guy. We know this was what they call a play.
Well, they did at Oregon. He got a whole room dedicated to him.
Well, Oregon he do. But this is what he did it in Tennessee. They got him in. Hey, thank you, Mariota. Got a new guy coming in. This is what happens. Well, you have to see, because if you can get Ritter to be maybe a quarterback, now you can use them draft picks for some linemen that you need or some other guys that you can get to make the team better. So that's what I think is a great move. I think Arthur is kind of stubborn. You know, he likes to do it the Arthur way. I'm not going to. That's how I got. No, Arthur. I think Arthur Blank might have been like, "Hey, buddy, I want to see Desmond next week." Because hey, buddy, I want to see Desmond next week. Have a great day. I'm going back to my office.
Right.
That's my thought. I think that was an author. I thought there was a whole bunch of people knocking on the, hey, buddy, it's cute that you're doing with the Mariota thing. We need to see what we got before we go into this draft next year, bruh. So go ahead. We'll talk with you later. What's your thoughts, man?
It was officially time. I think what probably pushed this over the edge a little more is sitting there watching rookie Kenny Pickett.
Oh man, yeah.
Complete passes that the veteran Marcus Mariota can't complete. Mm-hmm. This experiment went as far as it probably was gonna go.
Should the Packers have? You went to the bye. You got to the bye week. That's
you got to the bye week. and you still in contention, but I just think the pressure of it was no more room because, 3-4 weeks ago, listen, you bring up Desmond Ritter's name, Arthur Smith looking at you like, bro, that's my quarterback right there.
Yeah.
So I do think Arthur Blank had a little bit to do with it, but I also think everybody looking at Kenny Pickett and saying, damn, I mean, we got a guy sitting over here. I mean, can't do no worse.
Yeah.
And again, your offense is so predictable.
Yep.
And a part of it, he talk about all the time. Part of Arthur Smith is part of the problem.
Oh, he's very predictable.
But
he's predictable.
But let's see, because I think understanding Marcus's limitations in the passing game, I think you kind of had to be one dimensional, because you like, do you trust this guy to throw the ball downfield?
Yeah.
And you don't. And in the NFL, listen, in the NFL, you have to complete 15, 25, 35-yard pass. If you don't have explosive plays, they do a chart all the time. Good offensive average 4 explosive plays a game.
Absolutely.
In the passing game. The Falcons are not getting it, and that's why it's always seemed like, man, I know a lot of people like, man, oh my God, they run the same play. Well, you're scared to, well, when you do throw downfield, you're hoping maybe you get a pass interference, but a lot of times Mark is throwing that thing in the coverage. Like that pass he threw to end the ball game again. Thank you, Minkah Fitzpatrick, for understanding what the point spread was and not scoring a touchdown. But the betting gods, we appreciate you. But I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick started breaking on that ball before Mariota even got his shoulder up. He was already heading back there because he knew where the ball was going.
We already knew it was gonna be. There it
is. Let me go get that. Yeah. So I just think finally it's like you said, you got to see what you got so you can make draft plans. Do you like one of these quarterbacks next year? But you kind of in that win total where you're not gonna be in top 5.
Yeah.
So maybe you fix your defense. Maybe it's a guy in the later round that you like, but you need to see if Ritter can keep it in the middle of the road for you. You can build the defense side, whatever side of the ball you're gonna build. You really got to build this defense. But can Ritter keep you from spending a high draft pick or free agent money on a quarterback? So you got to see what you got now.
Speaking of, everybody want to bring a ton of money on for Lamar Jackson. Do we really want to spend that much money on another quarterback like that?
Yeah.
So you gotta. It makes you. What if he does? We haven't seen Drake take the top off of nobody yet. We might have something with Drake.
We don't even know what we don't even know what he can do up on the outside of 25 yards.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe he can get it out there, and it's just if you give the kid, just give him a chance. And look, we tired of people coming in. These games have been close. And by the way, next year will be Arthur Smith's 3rd year.
Yeah.
We don't play in the NFL. Famous words of Jerry Glanville, the NFL stands for not for long if you ain't making the right plays and the right call. And you can't say, well, I had an old Matt Ryan. I had an old Mariota. That stuff ain't going to fly after a while, bro. They're going to be like, you in year 3.
He say Drake keep dropping the damn ball.
He damn sure do. I be want to say, hey, put some stickum on their glove. Go old school. Spray his glove or something. I think Drake might have been trying to get Mariota kicked up out the game. That would have maybe he might be trying to get
say rid of his boy.
Yeah, rid of his boy. They be hanging out.
Him and Ritter be at the house playing Xbox and be like, hey man, look at man. I know how we can get that joke up out of there, man. I'm gonna just start getting stripped. I ain't gonna catch the ball.
Sick of him, man. He can't throw. He be throwing them little short pies all the time.
I'm right here just catching curls. I'm looking on TV.
I'm tired of slants.
Chris Olave and Gary Will, I was drafted before them.
They were catching one-handed balls.
They got almost 800-yard receivers.
If his ass caught one more wide receiver screen, I'm gonna kill him. He called him screen, man. Sick of them screens, dog. I want to go deep, ready to go. I'm gonna keep dropping them, man. I'm gonna start fumbling and stuff. I'm gonna get him up out of there, dog. But after All-Star, use your old baby. It's after the break. It's all yours, baby. I make sure we're gonna keep it in Atlanta, bro. I want to talk about this real quick. There may be tension in the Atlanta Hawks. This team is right now 13-11. They lost to the Knicks last night, and they play Brooklyn tomorrow. This team is earlier this week. Trae Young and Coach, I tell you, but my mind going.
Nate McMillan.
Kobe Millen had a falling out during shoot around to where Trey, even though he was listed as injured on the report, didn't even show to the game.
Stayed at the hotel.
Trae Young did not even come to the game. Yeah. Before the next game, I was there to attend the pregame, and Coach McMillan addressed it. He said, I just want to say that was a family thing. Issues happen. We're going to take care of it. We're moving on. We're going to play. And Trey played that night versus OKC, which they lost again, but that's just neither here nor there. Maceo, the NBA is a players' league.
400%.
If there's problems between McMillan and Trae Young, there is no way the Hawks are going to back McMillan. Give me your thoughts on what's going on and if McMillan can save his job, because honestly, make sure this team is 13-11 or 13-12. They're losing the team they shouldn't be. They shouldn't have lost to OKC. They shouldn't have lost to the Knicks. They're losing. I mean, even though our guy was hurt last night, he did get hurt early in the game.
Yeah,
Jonte. What are your thoughts? Is McMillan on the block, or is it too early to see?
The block is hot, Glaze. You just said it. The NBA, I mean, look at a situation. The NBA is a players' league. Only in the NBA can guys force a trade, get themselves moved, or get the coach removed. Exhibit A. Look in Brooklyn. Look at Brooklyn. Hey, listen.
Well, Brooklyn that.
We already didn't want this guy because we already said we coach ourselves, but he don't know what he doing. He a Hall of Famer. He don't know what he doing. Fine. We've seen time and time again. What's LeBron's nickname out here in these streets? They say he's a coach killer.
Head coach. Yeah, head coach.
They say if LeBron don't like you, you out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
and look, Trey's our LeBron. I'm sorry, everybody.
He is.
He's our superstar.
He's our franchise player. We've invested money in the trade. And here's the thing. This is the irony of this. You blow Lloyd Pierce out. They got Lloyd Pierce fired. You better believe it. They got Lloyd Pierce fired. They lobbied for Nate. And now they want Nate gone. And guess what? Nate gonna be gone. So, and it's funny because it brought me back to this. So every night that I work the games, I get down there early enough and I sit with Nick Van Exel and his daughter.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, Nick Van Exel is probably gonna be the coach the rest of the season.
The interim coach.
The interim
coach.
Got
that. Who does Nick work with? Who does Nick work with?
Nick works with Trae Young. So here we go again.
Right.
The star player wanting his guy. Yeah. And he wants his guy probably because he in his mind he think his guy, because that's why they wanted Nate. Lord, we don't like the way Lord coaches us.
We don't like the way he coach.
Give us Nate. Yeah. Now Trae don't like the way Nate coach. So I'm starting to really wonder, and y'all already know how I feel about the NBA. Y'all already know how I feel about it. This new NBA. Y'all know how I feel about it. When I see stuff like this is why so many people are turned off by the league. They turn. Now, Ben Simmons can whine and sit out and still get his $35 million. And then go to another team and I ain't ready. Okay, dog. Okay, I'm gonna play today. It's just taxing, dog.
And you know what else? Today's athletes are taxing, make sure, because I'm tired of hearing about OBJ and all these. I'm just tired of these athletes, man. I get it. Y'all are the money guys, and I get it. Your power, but it wears you out. You be sitting there like he ain't playing a day. Why not? What's wrong with him? It's like you get to every time we get to the arena, you're like, all right, who playing? Which color? And the minute I get out, you know which color I'm playing. Like, what? Damn.
Right. and Glade, you and I talked about this last year when Golden State came to town last year and everybody was hurt. So imagine, it was a back-to-back. So they tried to rest the guys. But imagine a parent or fans who, no, Golden State come here one time a year.
If I tell my kids anything, I ain't going to no games if you want to watch one player because you don't know that player gonna be there.
You don't know he gonna play.
You better enjoy. You better be either be a Hawk or Golden State fan. Don't be a Steph or none of those guys because they will not be there to hurt your feelings.
Marlon says it's a byproduct of the guaranteed money, and it is.
Shout out, first of all, and we also need to do this. One of our close personal friends is Bob Rathbun, and he had a bad episode on the game. I've been reaching out to him. I hope to reach out to him again.
Yeah.
But everybody's telling me he's doing okay. He's in court. But our prayer, that is our guy. Y'all don't understand how much Bob has meant to the Crush Sports Talk. Bob Rathbun is a very close friend of the show. And our prayers are to him and his family. It was scary. I was there that night at the game. They were like, "What's wrong with Bob?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And then I looked and he wasn't over there and I saw it. So as soon as we hear something, but Bob, please, man, we know you support your boys, man. Just rest up, get yourself together. Man, we'll be glad to hear you back on the air soon.
Nothing makes my day more when I walk through that media door and the first thing he say, "Hey, good looking." That's my nickname. That's my nickname. Bob called me good looking. Like, "Hey, good looking."
What's scary about that May show was I saw him in the pre-interview that we do with Lloyd. But not with Lloyd. You got me saying Lloyd, Nathan Miller. He hits me on the shoulder like, "What's up, Glaze?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He looked all right then. I thought he was good. You know, the meal was actually very good that day. They had barbecue chicken. They had
Glaze.
They cooking that. They got grandma back.
They got grandma. You know the grandma will be standing right by that lab, by that door.
Boy, that food good as hell. Boy,
I
ain't lie, boy.
The days I know I'm covering the house, I don't eat. Glaze, they've been bussing.
Boy,
they've been bussing. Shout out to the whole staff for taking care of the media. Hey, they cooking.
I don't usually eat people macaroni and cheese, but grandma cooked macaroni and cheese that last game. Boy, I had to get two of them, boy. But shout out to grandma.
She be standing by the. She be standing like she be looking at you make that play. She be like, yeah, boy, you ain't gonna get none of them potatoes, boy. You better get some of them potatoes. But matter of fact, let me get 2 scoops.
She done hit me a
couple bad.
You gonna get some of that? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and grab it. Boy, I'm telling y'all, boy, that media, that Hawk Pro media, boy, we back.
Boy, we up, baby. We up.
Boy, you walk up in that meeting room, be packed up in there now. Be all kind of police officer, the other team. Everybody be trying to eat that food before the game. Boy, be swinging.
That when I knew the food was good, because usually the visiting team,
they don't come in. Boy,
they don't come in there. They might grab some cookies. Some Starbucks, some of that Starbucks over there.
Right. Oh boy, they busting up.
They eat. Oh, it don't be nowhere to sit now. And
boy, you had to sit in the back room and on the wall because they be packed up in that joint now. Boy, I'm gonna be busting up in there. I'm gonna get her name, and I'm gonna make sure on the next show we give her a big shout out.
Yeah, we give her a shout. Matter of fact, Sunday they play the Bulls. I'll be there. I'm taking the selfie with grandma. I'm gonna make sure y'all see who's taking care of the media. Hey, she be standing by that door. It's this one little glass hot plate, and she standing up by the door looking like, yeah. Oh boy, there were the vegetables be in that last one before them hot dogs. I don't know why they keep bringing them hot dogs. No,
I don't even eat hot dogs.
Nobody eat them hot dogs, man, with them damn buns. Nobody eat that.
They had some grilled chicken and some roast pork with some barbecue sauce. I'm like, what is going on? Why y'all? And don't have time. You want to get some popcorn? I know y'all like what we just talk. Y'all don't understand. You got to see some of the texts me and Maceo sent you about these media foods things. There have been many games that I ain't ate, and I'll be like, I got to go buy my own food.
No, I had to go spend $14 at the concession stand.
I be sitting there like, I've been mid half the games trying to eat. Because you spend at a game, you'll spend 4 to 5 to 6 hours. People don't realize we there before the game.
Yeah.
And we stand after half of it. So that's
don't feel like the house. Don't let the house lose. It take the players forever to come talk. Let me
come in there. They don't come in there. They mad. They hot. Whatever.
They mad.
Come on, man. Come on, get this thing over with.
Yeah,
hey man, we want to wrap it up with, man.
I want to wrap it up with it, and you kind of brought it up. Odell Beckham, being the diva that he is, he still hadn't decided. The Cowboys doctors released that, hey, that knee is not really healthy. And I think people don't realize he tore his ACL in February. And you would take a year for this thing to heal. I don't care. And it would be one thing if he played another position besides receiver where he gonna be stopping, starting, and all that cutting. Your thoughts on the free agency of OBJ?
You just said it. The man literally was hurt in 2022. What are you expecting him to do? The Cowboys, you just need to play well and shut up and get going. Y'all got a team and a half. CD Lamb is that dude right now. CD Lamb is a cheat code right now. So I don't want anybody. If I'm the Cowboys, I don't want nobody disturbing his groove right now. Because CD Lamb is a cheat code right now. Well, get that boy the ball. Let him do his thing. You got a Gatlin. What is not Gatlin? Number 13.
Gallup.
Gallup. They are not. This is why do you want somebody who's gonna want all this attention to disturb your groove? Jerry got to get his mind out of these lights. Everybody want that. If you, I don't look, man. You're 8, you're 9-3. Your team throwing ain't the problem. You got a great running game.
You're a running team. You're a running team.
Why bring in something to disturb the balance? I don't get it.
Especially like that guy.
Everybody think he's gonna come in. You don't just get Odell Beckham Jr. You get Odell Beckham Jr. and that his luggage and baggage and everything he's gonna bring, as well as a bad knee. I don't care what nobody say. Yes, you can come over in today's time, 6 months you can get through an ACL. But he's had multiple injuries. This ain't his first injury, guys. This
ain't his first ACL.
This is multiple injuries for this guy. So you don't know what you're getting. He's quick. You talking about the NBA player not playing. Odell be quick to throw on some street clothes and say his knee hurt. He'll be quick. So I don't know why it's such a rush to get this guy. Actually, if he's not coming in willing to be my third receiver, because CD's my guy. That's my talent. He's wearing the 88 now. That's my guy. If I'm going to disrupt what he's doing, nah, bro, I'm not bringing that in. I don't know why owners want they kid. The famous words of Cool Breeze. Y'all get affected by the shiny things. Man, quit doing that stuff, man.
And this I'm like, what number he gonna wear? 3 taken, 13 taken.
And you know that matters to him.
Yeah, you know that matters to him.
Yeah.
You know, he was mad the Rams. Now he hadn't even signed no contract. He was mad that Cam Akers was wearing 3. Like, dude, you're not even on the team. Not on the team.
But you want that to come to your team and maybe disrupt it. You got a real, I don't know what's going on. In my opinion, the NFC isn't as strong as it was last year. You're one of the top teams. Green Bay ain't that good. The Rams ain't good. I mean, Minnesota's all right, but you're right. Jerry Eagles want OBJ, and that's got to be a problem. Somebody got to tell Jerry we don't need him. Let's just go win this damn game. And do what we got. We got a top team in NFC. This is our year to do something. But you want a circus? You keep going, get clowns.
Oh, shout out to Ivan Hogan. That was your question, Ivan. Who is the top OC in DC in college football? So I'm gonna tell you offensively. The hottest name in these streets is the young fella that's down at Florida State. That's the offensive coordinator. He's O-line coach. Matter of fact, let me give y'all his name because I had to make a list of I'm glad you said that
he is the hottest one.
I'm gonna tell y'all his name right now. Florida State offensive coordinator. There we go. Yes, sir. Alex Atkins. He's the offensive coordinator / O-line coach at Florida State. This guy is
phenomenal job down there.
He's hot. He's hot in these streets. He is super hot in these streets. And I don't know if he's quite ready to become a head coach because this is his second year being an offensive coordinator. But what he's done for that Travis kid down at Florida State is like leaps and bounds. They were ready to throw this guy on the scrap heap.
How close is our guy? Where's he at now? BC.
Kia?
No. The guy that was on that show used to be at South Carolina.
Oh, Brian McClendon, BMAC.
Where is he at now?
He's at Georgia. He's a receiver coach at Georgia.
How close is he? Do you think he get a chance to be receiver or OC?
So
Because B-Mac can do multiple things. B-Mac's a great recruiter.
right.
And he moved to Georgia.
That's his strong suit. So if we can let the cat out of the bag now. So when Dale McGee was in line to become the Georgia Tech head coach, Dale had already had his staff for summer pretty much, and Brian McClendon was going to be the offensive coordinator. So B-Mac is, he was the OC in South Carolina.
Yep.
They never could get that quarterback thing together, which that happens. Yep. But Alex Mathis is definitely a shooting star. He runs a system that it's not quite like everybody run this up tempo. He's kind of up tempo, but he also because he's offensive lineman, he truly believes in the running game and some of the blocking schemes that Florida State use. Nobody else in America use, and that's why Florida State is when they run that football.
And you got to look.
They run that football.
That offense is saving that guy's job down there at Florida State because they playing some really good football running the game down there. So yeah, he's hot. A DC, there is a guy I remember, but I can't remember his name.
Now I got my other guy. I got his name because he was actually up for a job. I'm gonna give you his name right now.
But that's something I'm glad, and Ivan, you bringing that up because that's what we need more of those jobs to be able to do and get these head coaches positions that we're looking for. So that's a great reason to bring that up. So I'm gonna start looking. I need to do a little bit more digging myself on that. This is a great topic. We need to make that as a topic in the off season, make sure.
So my guy, and it was tough on him this year, but he was one of the guys. Ruffin McNeil. He is a guy. He's at Texas A&M. He was one of the biggest reasons that they signed the number one recruiting class. Him and Antonio Cromartie, the old Florida State cornerback. He's the DB coach. But Ruffin McNeil and Antonio Cromartie, they were a big reason why Jimbo was able to hire that top class. Now, that class kind of a little tough. But a little tough. Now the OC that Dion hired is the Kent State head coach. He was the former Kent State head coach. He is everybody deems up next. He's from the Art Briles school. If y'all remember when Art Briles was at Baylor, when Baylor was scoring all these crazy points, he runs that high octane up tempo thing in Kent State. So in the MAC, Kent State, the last 3 years, they were the highest scoring football team.
They put up some points
in the MAC. But
he also hired Taggart. He also hired Willie.
He hired Taggart. Willie Taggart gonna be his quarterback coach. Now, the funny part about the guy from Kent State, they all in the port at Texas A&M, but they were on campus.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say this real quick. Did you know Georgia State got 11 people to go in the portal?
Yeah, and they just started. They started. Yeah, Cambridge. He hired Mississippi Valley head coach too. But in hiring these guys, like the Kent State coach, so the Kent State head coach, as a head coach at Kent State in the MAC, he was making $475,000. As the offensive coordinator at Colorado, he's gonna make $1 million. So that is why, because people like, well, why would he give up being a head coach to be an offensive coordinator? He's getting a raise.
You get a $500,000 raise, and you get
$500,000 raise,
and you get to coordinate in a Pac-12, which has a
Pac-12
TV deal.
Right,
you're going to see him at. So it's going to get him the job.
And that's what in Glaze. That's why Prime, like everybody, like no, these guys, no, they're tired of looking around the country and seeing that I'm doing just as good a job as that guy.
Yeah,
but I'm making, dude. Yeah. I want to level up, get the paper, but I want to see also these guys are competitors too. They want to see if they should work at the top level.
Like I said before we started the show, I can support Dion without Hayden Jackson State. That's why.
Without a doubt.
Making a lot of decisions at their head coaching position that even if the coaches that are not there, he's putting guys that are with Mississippi Valley State and all these schools that can possibly do bigger things for themselves once they get jobs and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Dion does with that. So, but Ivan, you have got me very intrigued on that, and I will personally, and I know Maceo does it all anyway, look up more OC and DCs in it, because that's a big problem in our Division One. And hell, every coach at the professional level too. They don't hire. We don't have enough OC and DC.
Yeah.
We have a Bieniemy at Kansas City and stuff like that. But we need to. Those are the jobs, because we like this. I'm gonna tell you why it's important to get OC and DC jobs before we go. They are the coordinators who make. If you see an offense explosion, like who's the one? So coaches are listening in, but the guy with the big card in front of him in the booth, he's calling the plays.
And that's the guy who get elevated faster. I mean, to become a head coach, really, you gotta be a coordinator.
Kirby, DC of Alabama. Everybody like, man, he's shutting everybody down. That's the guy we want.
You gotta be a coordinator. You look at all these coaches who get hired. Dino Barbers at Syracuse when he was a hot OC. I mean, all these guys. Willie Cohen, who was at Coastal, now he's going to Liberty. He's going with his guy Jamie Chadwell. Willie Cohen is going to be a head coach soon, because the type of offense that they run is just friendly to all these kids. So yeah. So got to become a coordinator, become a head coach. And think about this for the Kent State guy that's being Dion's OC. Dion leave in 3 years. Guess who probably going to get the job? The OC. Or people see the job that he do now. They like, well, hey, he coordinated at Power 5. Let me give him a job.
Yeah.
It's all
about that. But that's my thing. Hey man, we gotta do this again next week, man.
Hey man, listen, man, this was fun, man. I'm hoping now you got my mind thinking about what we're gonna eat at the house game on Sunday. We ought to have Sunday dinner. With some dessert on the side.
Yeah. We also, man, you're going to hear us do more, since we cover so many teams in the ATL like we've been doing for the last 8 years, our 8th anniversary. We're going to try to get some more shows in and talk about these teams like the Hawks, the Falcons, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Clark, Morehouse, all these teams that are playing in the city, because there's not a lot of coverage. We have a lot of people cover games, but we don't have a lot of people talk about games in the city of Atlanta.
Right.
And we're going to do that for you guys. Shout out to everybody. I'm kind of upset tonight. Lincoln County should have been in the finals, but Bowden is what? Oh my God.
Y'all lost.
We lost to Bowden. Bowden got a quarterback and running back, Maceo. Look, good Lord. They playing right now.
I got to turn the game on.
Bowden playing Shelley County. I think that's how you say their name. And boy, Bowden got a running back and quarterback. Boy, oh my God.
Y'all know what go on tomorrow. Y'all see what I got on.
Langston Hughes.
Big Langston.
Can Langston get over what Maceo talks about everything? I'm putting pressure on Langston.
Big Langston.
The first 3 games is about your talent. The last 2 games is about your program. You beat one team that's had a historic program. Can you finish the job? Boy, I'm telling you, Maceo, I want to say it like this. There's no bigger pressure than that state championship for high school. It ain't.
I mean, you got 2 of them, so I have to defer to you. You have 2 of them first, so
you can have the greatest player in the world with you, but when you step on that field, it's like, this is it.
Game 15. Game 15.
Boy, and you playing, and I tell everybody, if you playing past December 1st, it ain't nothing like it, because this is only, it ain't but like 12 teams left in this bitch. 14 teams are left. 7 divisions, 8 divisions.
Yeah.
So 16 teams left. Yeah. That's it.
Y'all
the only one.
Y'all will not rob coaching. Coaching. Damn, Cambridge, that's right. Cambridge them had ran the table at old Carroll City.
Oh, what? Shout out to Carroll City. The boy down there in Carroll City. Hey, man, we got the rings, man. The big rings, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If it was a TD or not, I had the ball at the 1 yard line with 4 downs to get in the end zone. Stop it. Coaching.
Hey, man. Thank you, guys, man.
We're tripping.
Thank you, guys.
Hey,
man. Y'all there.
We love y'all, man. Big Langston tomorrow. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Big Langston.
Finish the job, guys.
One job, Langston.
Finish the job. All right, y'all.
We gone. Peace.